Have you ever wondered what it would be like if Christopher Columbus had never discovered America? Probably not a typical thought on your mind, but let me tell you this. Christopher Columbus gave his crew members pickles on their long journey across the Atlantic to prevent scurvy. Now, were pickles the lifesaver of this journey, or are they simply insignificant? Today, I'm here to inform you about the pickle phenomenon and their significance in society. You will gain knowledge and expertise on the everyday average pickle. You can trust my knowledge because, out of my own curiosity, I rigorously researched the subject. Also, for anyone that knows me very well, I am the pickles' biggest fan. They are my favorite foods. And if that doesn't satisfy you, take it from the Department of Agriculture that says that the average American consumes about 8.5 pounds of pickles each year, and that's only average. So as an above-average consumer of pickles, after my speech, you will learn about the history, types of pickles, and their health benefits that they can give us. Now, let's journey into the history of the pickle. The word pickle is derived from the Dutch word pekkel, meaning brine, the salt and water combination that ferments the cucumbers into pickles. In the US and Canada, pickle usually refers to a pickled cucumber. However, in many other countries, pickle could mean pickled beets, pickled onions, and many other different kinds of pickled foods. The origin of pickles is quite hazy and quite mysterious. Scientists are not sure how they really began pickling. However, they can tell us that 4,000 years ago in India, the inhabitants had an abundance of cucumber seeds. They spread these seeds to other parts of the world, then allowing in 2400 BC for Mesopotamians to begin pickling and preserving their foods to have through famines, floods, and plagues. Cucumbers are also mentioned twice in the Bible. Ancient Egyptians, Romans, and people of the Middle Ages are also known to have been pickling because of some famous faces along the way. Cleopatra, who attributed most of her beauty to the fact that she ate pickles, Aristotle, who praised their health benefits, and even the chefs of Queen Elizabeth I in the Middle Ages said that she was a big pickle fan. Some other famous faces include Napoleon, who gave his army pickles to aid their health, and George Washington, who was a collector of over 400 different types of pickles. The New York Food Museum provides us with a quote from Thomas Jefferson showing us his love of pickles. On a hot day in Virginia, I know nothing more comforting than a fine spiced pickle, brought up trout-like from the sparkling depths of the aromatic jar below Aunt Sally's cellar. As you can see, the pickle phenomenon only had room to grow and prosper. It spread to many other parts of the world, and even in 1893, the Pickle Packer International Company opened in America and allowed pickles to be traded all over the world. Big companies like Vlasic Pickles also started to open. After seeing the productive timeline of pickles, let's inquire about some different pickled cucumbers that can be made. There are many different types of pickles, and our day does not allow us to talk about all of them, but here are a few popular ones. Gherkins, brine pickles, Polish pickles, Hungarian pickles, Swedish pickles, and bread and butter pickles. You might be familiar with the kosher dill, thinking about the Jewish dietary restrictions. You are correct, however, the name actually refers to how old Jewish New York picklers used to make their pickles by adding dill to their brine. As I said before, pickles are known internationally, and things like pickled herring and pickled salmon are very popular. A very unusual picker that I have learned about through my studies are Kool-Aid pickles. They originated in the Delta region of Mississippi and are spreading throughout the southern part of America. A special ed teacher from this area, Billy Williams, tells the New York Times how they do it. You pull pickles from the jar, cut them in halves, make double-strength Kool-Aid, add a pound of sugar, shake and let sit, best in the refrigerator for about a week. The taste takes to anything. This whole Kool-Aid pickle thing is going so good, you wonder why somebody hasn't put a patent on them. From kosher dill to Kool-Aid enhanced, Pickles are made and served in a variety of ways. But which pickle is the healthiest, and do they provide us with health benefits? Let's see. If you are dieting, having a dill pickle only adds 0.1 grams of fat to your diet and only about 9 calories. Dill pickles are also a great source of 3 important vitamins. Vitamin K, vitamin B, that gives you energy and can also ease diabetic problems, and vitamin A, that's good for your eyes. Pickles can also cure muscle cramps. Pickle Juice Sport Incorporated, that sells pickle juice in sport bottles, says that coaches, sport doctors, trainers, and athletes use pickle juice to stop dehydration and prevent muscle cramps. Gatorade has 10 times less the electrolytes that pickle juice has. Pickle juice gives you 10 times the energy. Now let me refresh your memory, or maybe give you an interesting fact. On a very hot day of 109 degrees in 2000, at the beginning of football season, the Philadelphia Eagles played the Dallas Cowboys. Before the game and during the game, the Eagles were given pickle juice to drink. They beat the Dallas Cowboys by a landslide and attributed their win and their large amount of energy to drinking pickle juice. They celebrated with ice-cold gallons of pickle juice. In conclusion, we have learned about the history of pickles, many different types of pickles, and their health benefits. I hope you have some newfound knowledge about this interesting subject, and the next time you eat a crunchy pickle, when you're thinking about its sour taste, remember our long, nice American history and attribute it to the fact that Christopher Columbus gave his crew members pickles. Thank you. Now we will take questions. Yes.
Where did Christopher Columbus get the pickles that he brought on his voyage?
Well, before he went on his voyage, he grew cucumbers on land, brought jars and the pickling ingredients and pickled them on the ship. And whenever they had a chance to stop, he grew more cucumbers, much as he could. Yes.
Excuse me, how are Hungarian pickles made?
Well, the Hungarians actually add bread to their brine to help the fermentation process go more fast.
How did the picklers make different types of pickles, such as the bread and butter versus the dill pickle that you told us about?
Well, as I said, New York Jewish picklers added dill to their brine instead of different seasonings or vinegar or anything like that. And bread and butter pickles are made by adding sugar to the brine instead of vinegar, giving it a sugary taste and a sweet taste.